In this project, we'll look at creating our own classes. So I'll call this project name Class Creation. And we will define a class that will allow us to create objects. Objects can store data and perform operations. So I'm going to make a class, the dog class, to create dog objects. But I will not take a public static void main. I won't need it. The purpose of this class is to define the characteristics, the data that will be stored, and the methods, what a dog can do. It's a blueprint or a plan or an outline of what every dog object will have when it's first created. Again, it is an outline or blueprint. It's not the actual dog object. It is the plan or blueprint for every dog object. Well, objects can store data and perform operations. So what characteristics do we want a dog to have? What data are we going to store in each one of our dogs? How about breed? That would be, what would that be? A string. How about the weight? We'll make that a double. Number of toys, probably an integer. Notice we're trying to decide what the data types will be for these characteristics. Fur color, that'll be a string. And if the dog is psychic, can the dog read your mind? That'd be Boolean, true or false. So we developed some ideas of what characteristics we want, or attributes, the data that every dog object will hold, and we figure out, well, what kind of data type are these things? Now we're going to actually declare fields or instance variables for these attributes. These are all interchangeable terms, and they'll make more sense as we move along. Private. Notice we start with the word private. Private string breed. Because we want breed to be a characteristic and it's a string, that will be the breed of the dog. All of these fields are going to be private, so they cannot be directly accessed by other classes. There'll have to be another way to get that done. We don't want other classes messing with these. Notice it's just telling us that these have not been used yet. We'll have private int num toys for the number of toys. Private string fur color. Again, just taking the idea of what are the characteristics, what data type will they be, and we're going to declare these as private variables. And these are instance variables. Every dog, every instance of a dog will have these variables inside of it, but they're all private. All right. We don't really need all that there at the top. That was just to help us build what was going on. We've got these different fields now available for every dog. Every dog we create will have these 5 pieces of data. Now we're going to make some methods. Remember, all objects can store data and do things, perform operations. What we really need to be able to do is to access the information and change the information. So let's start with the breed. Public string get breed will return a string. And that string is the breed of the dog. So we'll do return breed. Now let's put some JavaDoc with this. The purpose of this method is to obtain or get or retrieve, pretty good for a dog, the breed of the dog. And we're going to return the breed of the dog. That's a get method or an access method or an accessor method, get methods. We'll also need a set method. What if we want to change the breed of the dog? Remember, those variables are private. We can't access them with another class. We'll use these public methods. So public void set breed. We're not going to return anything here, but we're going to definitely send it something. I'll string BR. I'll have BR be the breed of the dog that we're going to send to this method. That will be the parameter, BR. Notice I've got the method signature at the bottom. And breed is a string. Bring in BR. We want breed to equal BR. That's what we'll have happen. Whatever comes in to that parameter parking spot, BR, we want the breed of our dog to have that. Now, we got to have a way to test this out. Let's make a dog application. I'll call it dog application. It's in the same folder in class creation, and I will take the main method in this class. And again, the purpose of this class really right now is to test our dog class and to create dog objects. And that's what we're going to do first, is create a dog object, an instance of a dog. We use a word you might not be familiar with, instantiate. So creating an instance of a dog is going to be instantiating a dog object. The giveaway is the word new. So dog, I'll call it dog1, equals a new, there's the giveaway, dog. And that dog has all 5 pieces of data available to it, but they're all private. We can't really access them. If we want to change the dog's breed, we'll use the setBreed method. And dog1 can access that method. Dog1.setBreed is a public method. There you see it listed there. We'll get to the toString method later on, and equals in another chapter. But we can use the setBreed method. Notice that it says it's void. And in the BR spot, we want to send the new breed of the dog. We'll call it a poodle. If we want to display the dog's breed, we'll need the getBreed method. Again, that's a public method that every dog has, including dog1. So dog1's breed is, well, we'll do dog1 dot, there it is, getBreed. That returns a string. Good, that's what we need. We need a string with the dog's breed. Let's run this dog application and see what happens. There, dog1's breed is poodle. After we created the dog object of dog1, we then used the setBreed method, and we had poodle as our string argument. It went to the BR spot, the parameter parking spot in the setBreed method, and then breed, the private variable, was set equal to poodle. Then when we called the getBreed method, well, it returned breed, which was, at that time, poodle. The public methods, dog1 has access to those, the dog1 object. The variables we can't mess with. I didn't really show you any examples of that this time. Well, let's give the dog a bath and discover, whoa, it's not really a poodle, it's a labradoodle. Well, let's invoke the setBreed method again. And we'll take a look at the dog's breed after that. And now it's a labradoodle because we used the setBreed method to change what the breed of the poodle is. All right, let's deal with another instance variable, another attribute, another field, all interchangeable words, weight. If we want to get the weight of the dog, that's a double. So we'll go public double get weight. Another accessor method. The set method was a mutator method or changing method. This is to get or access information. And we'll return weight. That's the whole job of this method, is to return the value of weight. So we'll put some JavaDoc in here, and we're going to obtain the weight of the dog. We'll have this weight in pounds. And again, return the weight of the dog in pounds. Forgot to do the JavaDoc on setBreed, so we'll take care of that now. Here we're going to change the breed of the dog. And you remember we did that. We went from poodle to labradoodle. So change the breed of the dog, and BR is the new breed of the dog. One time it was poodle, another time it was labradoodle. Let's get back and make a setWeight method. Set method or mutator method. Public void, because we don't need to return anything. We just need to change the weight of the dog. So we've got to accept the weight of the dog as a double. I'll call it WT double. You could use W or whatever you want. Right now, though, don't use weight. That's already a variable used by the dog class. And we'll make that variable weight equal WT. And in the Java doc, we'll indicate that we are using this method to change the weight of the dog. And WT is the new weight of the dog. So now, all dogs can have their weights changed with set weight, and they can tell you their weights with get weight. Let's see what the weight of the dog is at the very start. After we create a dog object and do nothing with it, what is the weight of the dog? So dog1's weight is, well, dog1 dot get weight. That returns a double. And it will be in pounds. Let's see what the dog's weight is right off the bat. It's 0.0 because it's a double. So when we have a variable that's a double, is a private variable, instance variable, before anything happens to it, its initial value is 0.0. Well, let's feed this dog. Get it some puppy chow. Get it a lot of puppy chow. Dog1 dot set weight, and in parentheses, we'll send an argument with the new weight of the dog. It ate a lot. So we're going to send to the WT spot 24.6. That argument will travel to the parameter parking spot in the set weight method for the dog. Now let's find out what the dog's current weight is. Well, we do that with the get weight method. Again, we cannot directly access the variable. We can't have dog1.weight. That's not available. That's private. But we do have a public method called getWeight. And that will return the weight of the dog, which is 24.6 pounds. That happened because we used the set weight method, and 24.6 went to that parameter parking spot of WT. The private variable weight then equals WT. So when we use the getWeight method, it returns the current weight of 24.6 because that's what the variable equals. Look over on the right-hand side and you see the start of a UML diagram. We'll see more of these later. You see the 5 characteristics or attributes that our dog has. There are red squares there because they are private. The public get breed, set weight, set weight are green. They are public. And we also see the data type of the attributes and the return types of the methods. All right, we've dealt with 2 of the characteristics. You try creating get and set methods, accessor and mutator methods, for the 3 remaining attributes. And come up with a new attribute. What else do you think a dog ought to be able to store for its data and then tell us about and allow us to change? So create a new attribute or characteristic for the dog, declare that variable up with the instance variable, and then create a get and set method each for your new attribute. And then in the dog application, where our main method is, where we actually have a dog object, dog1, you can test your methods there. You can keep using dog1. You can even declare a new dog object if you would like.